live in so long. I forgot about my intro. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I ain't talking about rich. I'm talking about wealth. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show.
Baby, I got your money.
You're now tuned in to the financial motivator himself, Ash Cash, Mr. Mind Right, Money Right. Money Right.
Y'all, welcome to the Ash Cash Show. I can't even say every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. because I don't know. I can't make that commitment just yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to make that commitment. But everybody, I know I got a lot of new people who follow me, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. For those who just coming back. So I think I want to say for about 2 years, I would come on every morning, every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Just kind of, just really giving that inspiration, giving you that cup of coffee, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, to be honest, like anybody who knows, to be honest, to make a commitment to show up every single morning. And I did it for 2 years, and I'm not looking for no applaud or nothing like that, but there was a level of consistency, you know what I'm saying? So for 2 years, every Monday through Friday, but it just becomes a lot, it becomes a lot. And so as it's just a matter of getting, just getting a little more organized, you know what I'm saying? Just getting more organized. And as God continues to increase my cup, increase, what I've been doing, what I've been able to do, partnerships, movements, it just became a lot. I haven't, my schedule, I've been traveling a lot. And so I haven't had the same amount of rest, to be 100% honest, that I usually would have. And then so I would literally take, you know what I'm saying? Like I would take this opportunity, in the morning. I'm like, you know what? I'm a rest. I'm gonna take this time. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids gonna be in school. So I said, let me just take this moment to get an extra rest. And so that's what I've been doing. But as we officially 29 days or 30 days, you know what I'm saying? We officially 30 days in until the end of the year. And I know everybody has their financial goals on their mind. And so I wanted to talk about how to make your first $1 million. That's really what the my topic is today. I feel like a lot of people are focused on that goal, and even if they're not focused on the goal, whether it's 6 figures, whatever, there's a goal that people are focused on, and I want to tell you the easiest way to get there. This year has been amazing. I can't pretend that this year hasn't been an amazing year for me. For me, my partners, businesses that we've been through. It started off in January. We kicked it off in January. Me and my brother Julian Gordon. I think we need to do that again. But me and my brother Julian Gordon did what was called the Money Reprogram. And when we did the Money Reprogram, it kind of set the year off in the right way. And so maybe we'll do something like that. And then, so that was January. February, I decided to invest in a mentor. You know what I'm saying? In February, I decided to invest in a mentor, Myron Golden, who I believe I still believe this, that, people are brought into your life to remind you that abundance is your birthright. Like if you may know it, You may not know it, but people are brought into your life to show you that abundance is your birthright. And so when I met Myron Golden, he reminded me that, right? He reminded me that you can have anything that you desire. And so, I invested, the largest amount of money I've ever invested at one time, right? To his mentorship program, which I'm sure it's higher now. But I think his program costs $150,000. I think it's higher now. And that just that was the start. That was in February, right? That was in February. And I want to say shortly after, I was able to generate about 140,000, I want to say, in one day, right? And so I was like, oh wow, this again, what I was learning, plus what I was learning, plus just having that confidence back into myself kind of helped me, helped me get to that level. And then shout out to my brother Storm. Me and my guy Storm started, we started working together since last October. But me and my brother Storm started working together. Inside the Vault started to pick up, a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we I started doing some things there. Had some strategic partnerships, throughout the year, using Inside the Vault and other ways. And this year, so last year, working with clients one-on-one, I was able to help one person make seven figures last year. So I was able to help one person make seven figures. And that was when I was doing one-on-ones. I don't do one-on-ones anymore. So let's just be clear. I don't do one-on-ones. And then this year, I'm proud. I'm happy to say that 7 people. I work with 7 people. Well, that's my number, right? My number is 7. So I was able to help 7 people make $1 million, right? And what that means is they had products and services already. So it wasn't from scratch. So let me just be clear there, because to do something from scratch takes a lot. But you know what I'm saying? It was 7 people able to generate $1 million or more. I think the highest number for someone else was 1.6 to my knowledge. It was like 1.2, 1.6. So it was, you know what I'm saying? Helping people generate that. And really it's just kind of looking at their product or service, right? Product or service, and adding what I know I have, right? Which is looking at their product or service and just tweaking some little stuff, amplifying their voice, and helping them make a lot of money. And so, and again, y'all know me, I don't like brag, but personally, with my partners, fast out to Storm, fast out to Marvin, you know what I'm saying? We were able to get our $1 million plaque. You know what I'm saying? We got our $1 million plaque. Because we generated. So that's the first $1 million plaque. And so fast out to Myron Golden, right? We were able to get so if you see that, that's my name on there or whatever. That's a $1 million day, right? And then hold on. Let me show y'all one more. This is the sword that you get when you generate 5 billion. You can't really see that. I don't think I can see that. But this is the sword that you get when you generate $5 million in a day, right? And so not good. So together, right? So together, I want to say so together we generated over $10 million this year. I don't know the exact number but the number don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? The number don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Mitch, what up? Salute to my guy. So together we generated over $10 million this year. Um, and the one thing I realized, and this is why I'm even having this live, because the one thing I realized, and I know people say this all the time, people be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's impact over income. You know what I'm saying? It's impact, you know, it's impact over income. I realized that there's so much truth to that, right? And the truth is, Dre, what up? Andre Norman is in the building. And the truth is that when you focus on impact and you focus like the so this is the way you're gonna make your first million, right? This is the way you're gonna make your first million. I'm gonna tell you is all the money that you actually desire, right? All the money. I'm talking about all of it. All the money that you actually desire, it's or somebody already has it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already there. Like it's printed. It's in the universe, right? It's printed. It's in the universe, right? And so the only thing that's necessary at this point, right? The only thing that is necessary at this point is to find out, right? To find who are the people who have it, right? And how can you be of value to the people who already have the money that you desire? That's it. It really isn't that simple. And Iris Palmer, Sunny San Diego's in the building. It's really that simple, right? And so if you start there, because a lot of people start with the money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people start with the money. A lot of people start with, you know, how can I get the money? But that's cool. That's cool. But you got to understand that money is currency, right? And currency is an energy. So money is energy. And so energy doesn't just travel. Energy doesn't just travel like willy-nilly. Like it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't just you know what I'm saying, just because somebody, you know, it's like this. It's like money is a woman, right? Money is a woman. And a woman is just not gonna go to somebody because they want them. You get what I'm saying? You know, like if a woman walks into a place and there's a lot of people in the place, right? There's a lot of people in the place. The woman's not just gonna go to everybody just anybody in the place, right? Like just because people want the woman, like, oh, I want her. And money's not just gonna come to you because of that. What has to happen is there's a couple of things that you have to do to the woman, right? You have to make the woman feel wanted. You got to make the woman feel special. First, you got to get her attention, right? First, you got to get the woman's attention. Then you gotta make her feel special. You got to make her feel wanted. You got to make her feel safe and secure, right? And so a lot of us are wanting money, but we're not providing, you know, we're not attracting money the way we should be attracting money. And so I know that money is attracted to value, right? Like whoever's holding money will easily give that money up for something they perceive as valuable, right? And so if I have a if I have a watch, right? You know what I mean? Plain Jane. If I have a watch and, you know, let's say I have $10,000, and I perceive that this watch is valuable because not only is the watch, I may say that, you know what, I don't think this watch is worth $10,000. I think this watch eventually is going to be worth $15,000. And so because I see the value, I see that this watch is worth $15,000. Would I be willing to give $10,000, right, for something that I perceive, whether it's true or not, I perceive it to be valuable more than what I have in my hand. And so I will give that, right? And so a lot of us are focused, again, on the money, right? A lot of us are focused on the money. We're focused on how can I get money when that's the wrong answer, or that's the wrong question that you're asking, right? The question that you should be asking is, how can I give more value, right? How can I give more value? And as I give more value, that value, let's do it up. Salute to my brother C, BTS is in the building. Salute, my G. You know, how do I give more value, right? How do I give more value in order to attract the money, right? And so the thing about it is this. I mean, I see this question designed by Debbie Apparel. Says, so do you have to be well educated in your business in order to give more value? Absolutely. That's absolutely right. And Stock Strain says, how can I give more value to you, brother? You know, and I love that question. I love that question, right? They're both questions, because giving value, right? Giving value, if you have to ask how to give value, then you don't know who you are. Oh, sheesh. Come on, y'all, stop playing with me. If you gotta ask, and this is no shot to nobody, if you gotta ask how can you be of value, then you don't know who you are. Because most people, right? Most people who pay me for the value that I bring don't even know that they need me. They don't even know they need me. They don't even know they need me, but I have so much value to give that I could look at somebody and I could tell them what they need. Right? Like, I could look at you. I could look at your business. I could look at everything that you're doing, right? And I could tell you that you need me, because that's the value that I bring. The value that I bring is the ability, and I did this for years in corporate America, right? I did this for years in corporate America. In corporate America, and think about this. I didn't know the value I brought, though, right? In corporate America, banks used to hire me, right? Banks used to hire me, and I was good at marketing. I was good at figuring out. I'm a good salesperson. I was good at figuring out how to take somebody who, a branch, right? Take a branch that isn't performing, and I can make it perform, right? And so what they would do is they would bounce me around from bank to bank. They would put me in the bank. I would help them make money. They would take me out, put somebody else in it to run what I created, and then put me somewhere else. And I was doing that over and over and over and over again. And so it wasn't until I realized, oh man, like, that's who I am. That's my value. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna say being used, but you could only be used if you don't understand your value. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't understand my value, and so because I didn't understand my value, I was allowing people to use me, right? But the moment that I realized my value, right? I then said, okay, I know, right? I know how I could be of value to somebody. And so again, back to those questions, I would never ask anybody, how can I be of value to you? Never. I would never go to somebody and say, yo, how can I be of value to you? You know what I would do? And I do this all the time, right? That's how I get my clients. Because I'm also, so like I said, so for those who came in late, Last year I helped one person make $1 million in their business. This year I'm at 7, right? Seven people. So I helped 7 people make $1 million or more in their business. And I think the top number has been for somebody else, 1.6 million. Me and my partners, me, Storm, and Marvin, we've generated over $10 million. I'm sure it's more than 10 million. So it's over $10 million as a company. And each one though, I was able. Thank you for the badge of Barcia. I was able to look at what they offer. Matter of fact, I give you an example. I'm not gonna say names because I don't say names unless they say it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say no names. But unless they say it's okay, I don't say names, right? But I had somebody come up to me and somebody was like, "Hey, I want you to help me with my business, right? I want you to help me get out there. Let's just say that, right?" And so the way they wanted me to help them, and they were willing to pay, right? They were willing to pay. They said, "Yo, I got this bag for you, right? I got this bag for you, and I wanna pay you to help me make more money, right?" But they came to me with, they came to me with how they wanted me to help them. You know what I'm saying? So I looked and I said, "Nah, that's not the way." I said, "You may think that's the way because you have limited experience or whatever. You may think that's the way, but that's not the way, right?" And so I ran a whole play. I said, "Yo, do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this." Right? And from them listening, right? From them listening, from them listening to how I, broke it down and what they should do, they, the person in their team was able to generate $1.2 million, right? $1.2 million, right? And so I'm saying this to say, right? That had I listened to them, right? Had I said, "Yo, give me this money, right? Give me this money, and I'm going to give you what you asked for," right? I'm going to give you what you asked for, then you'll see that I would have gotten the money, but I wouldn't have given them the result, right? And so for me, because I understand my value, right? I'm sorry, I gotta kick this person out because I read the comments. I read the comments, and so they're throwing me off. So my bad, y'all. So I was able to, if I was able to just take the money from these people, right? Take the money and give them what they desired, then I wouldn't have been able to give them the outcome because I'm the expert, right? And that's the thing. When you're the expert, you should know, right? You should know already how you can give value to somebody, period. Right? That's it. If you're the expert, if you can add value to somebody's life, then if you can add value to somebody's life, then you should not be asking there's no way you should be asking me how you can add value, right? I'll give you an example. My guy Ramaya Trash. Ramaya is my social media manager, right? Ramaya didn't come to me and say, "Ash, how can I add value to you?" Right? We've been rocking. Is it 3 years yet? 2 years? 3 years. I don't know. I don't remember. The time has been going crazy. I don't know how long it's been. Right? Ramaya didn't come to me and say, "Ash, how can I add value to your life?" He didn't say that. Because I'm busy. So I think I'm busy and successful. Let me tell you the thing about successful people. Successful people, right? Successful people are too busy. So Or successful people are busy doing what made them successful. I'm gonna say that again. Nah, no apology. Yo, Stock. I'm actually glad that you asked the question because it's helping me shape my point better. So thank you. You know what I'm saying? You don't, like successful people, right? Successful people are busy doing what got them to be successful, right? And so for instance, that's the reason why I hired a mentor, because I kept hitting this hitting this ceiling, and so I kept doing what I thought would make me more successful. And so what I did was, right? What I did was, once I got a mentor, my mentor told me to do something different, and it made me more successful. But I didn't know what my mentor knew. This little tweak that my mentor told me to do that helped me to get to the next level. Just like me, right? When somebody it comes to me, most of the time they're already successful. Or if I go to them, because a lot of times I go to other people. Like I look at them, I'd be like, yo, your business could if you just tweak this one thing, yo, you could be out of here. You could go from 6 figures to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But so you have to, but so again, right? So Ramaya, go back to this example of Ramaya. Ramaya came to me because I was already busy. I already, like, you gotta think about it. How is he my social media manager? And I got more followers than he does. I feel like I'm a good marketer, right? I'm good at marketing. So how would I let somebody who has less followers, who I think I'm a better marketer than, become my social media manager? You know why? Because even though I thought I was at the top of my game, he found the hole in what I was doing, right? He found the hole. He said, yo, and you know what? He didn't even tell me about the hole. He plugged it and gave it to me, right? Meaning that he came to me with the solution, right? He didn't come to me just with the problem. He didn't say, yo, here's your problem, right? Here's your problem. Pay me for the solution. Or here's your problem, right? He said, yo, here's your problem. Here's the solution. Test it out and tell me if it works. I said, bet that. I said, bet that. And so I implemented the solution that he said, right? It worked so much. I said, you're hired. I bet. And we've been rocking ever since, right? Because he didn't ask me, Ash, how can I add value to you? He knew the value he could add, just like me. When I go to somebody, I go to them and I say, yo, if you did this, if you did this would exponentially grow your business. And some people just run with it. Some people just do it and then they get successful. Some people need help. Some people are like, yo, Ash, how do I do that? Right? Some people are like, yo, Ash, how do I do that? How do I add what you're saying? So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying is, number one, if you're ready to get to that first M, right? If you want to get to that first M, you have to understand your value. Number one. Don't let somebody else somebody else is going to have to tell you your value, right? Somebody else is going to have to tell you your value, meaning that, what do people come to you for? What are people willing to pay? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only part of people telling you, right? That's the only part of people telling you. But you should not wait. And here's the other thing, though, too. Here's the other thing. I've had people who I know I can make money for, and I've approached them about helping them make money, and they decline. I'm good, right? I'm not hard pressed on helping you make money, right? I'm not hard pressed on helping you make more money. Quell, what up, bro? Latricia G is in the building. I'm not hard pressed to helping you make more money. Because whether I help you make more money or not, I'm cool. I'm good. Right? I just see a hole. I'll be like, oh, yo, you could do this, and I can help you. And there's an exchange. But if you know if I'm not the one, I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? Right? And so now, number one, once you know your value, right? Once you know your value and you know what you provide and you know how you can help people, the second step of getting to that first M is understanding that people already have the money that you desire. So your goal is to figure out how many people you need, not how much money you need. You get what I'm saying? It's you got to figure out how many people do you need, right? How many people do you need in order to get the result? When I show y'all, like, you know, this $1 million day award, when I show you this $1 million plaque, when I show you this $5 million day award, it wasn't because we said, yo, we want to make $5 million. That wasn't it, right? We actually did the math, right? We actually said, yo, we want to help 125 people, right? You know, we want to help 125 people. We say, yo, we want to help 125 people. And we knew based on our price point, it just happens to be that 125 people equal $5 million, right? But you need to know the people. You don't need to know the number. I mean, you can start with the number, right? You can start to say, yo, you know what? I want to make $1 million. And so if you say, yo, I want to make $1 million, right? I want to make $1 million. And what is my offer? Right? What is my offer? What am I offering? Right? What am I offering? MJ, appreciate the badge up. What am I offering? Right? And once you know what you're offering and you know your price point, then you'll know. Tony, what up, Tony? Once you know your price point and you know what you're offering, now you can get to that number. Now you can say, you know what? I need 1,000 people, right? I need X amount of people. So I'll give you a prime example because I need y'all to join the abundance community, right? And so my goal, so I'm gonna tell y'all my goal in real time, just so y'all can hold me accountable, right? So I'm starting the abundance community. I think we got about 30 people in the abundance community, right? The abundance community is $44 per month, right? And so and it's $444 for the year. So if my goal is to turn the abundance community into a $2 million business, right? I want to make sure that the abundance community is generating at least $2 million a year. And part of what I'm offering in the abundance community is weekly Zooms with me, quarterly live events, and it's all about like learning how to live in abundance, right? And so if my price point is $44 a month or 400 is $44 a month or $444 a year, I'm gonna take that yearly number. I'm gonna say 2 million divided by 444. And so that means that in order for me to reach that goal at that low price point, I need to attract 4,500 people, right? And so if I have 4,500 people paying me $44 a month, that's about 200,000 a month, and that 200,000 a month would eventually lead me to that $2 million for the year, right? And so I have to know that number, right? I have to know that number. If somebody, and this is what I always suggest, so I'm gonna give you more sauce. I always suggest that you should have 4 levels of products, right? You should have a low tier product, which is something that's free as a lead magnet, or something that is low cost. So like my low tier products are my books, right? My physical books are like $10, $15. My ebooks are probably like $47. So that's my low tier thing. That's the thing where I'll sell it one time. That's my low tier, right? Then I always have, and I call it the entry level. Then I always have something that's elastic, the E. So this is the 4 E's, right? This is the four E's. I want to have first E is entry. I want to have an entry product, something that doesn't cost that much. That people, y'all, hopefully y'all taking this down. I hope y'all writing. I might not even save this. I'm giving out too much sauce. The first one is the first E is entry. So you want to make sure you have the entry product, right? And that product is the low cost product. That's what's going to get people inside of your space, your funnel, like people like to say it, right? Great question. So look, and I'm gonna veer off for 1 second because Anderson Sharon says, why is your ebook more expensive than your physical book? And here's why. My physical book, while people will think that my physical book has more information, right? And this is a gem. That's why I'm answering this question. This is a gem. A lot of people think that people will exchange money for information, right? A lot of people think that people want to exchange money for information, but that is not true. That's the biggest lie poor people, middle class people were told. People who have money do not want to exchange money for information. Only poor middle class mindset people do that, right? What people exchange money for is their time. Like, I will pay more money to get my time than I would to get more information. I don't want more information. I want the fastest way to get to a result. So I know that anybody who's buying my book, and this is how y'all should price your books as well. Anybody who's buying my book, they're actually buying the information, right? Which means that they want the stories, right? So like this, like anybody who buys this, right? This book has almost 300 pages, right? And so anybody who buys this book has time. They want everything. They want the story, they want the problem, they want the solution, like they want everything. And so I'm not going to charge a lot for this. I'm going to charge $20 for this, right? But guess what? Somebody who buys an ebook, right? Somebody who buys an ebook, they don't want the stories. They just want the answer. They know they have a problem. Just give me the solution. I don't need you to convince me of the problem. I don't need you to give me a backstory. I don't need you to do none of that. Just give me the solution, right? And so my prime example is Instacart, right? I do not have time to go to the supermarket. I do not have time to go to the supermarket. It would cost me money. It will cost me money to go to the supermarket, literally, because guess what? To go to the supermarket, I have to get dressed. I have to get in my car. I have to drive to the supermarket. I have to find the things that I'm looking to buy. I need to buy those things. I need to wait online to pay for those things. I have to take my bags, put them in the car. I have to drive back home. And then now I have to put the things, right? I got to get gas even. Yo, that's a 10-step process. That is a 10-step process. You know, with all that time it took me to go to the supermarket, you know how many books I could have wrote. You know how I could have went live and sold the product or service and made money? Like all of that, all of what I did to go to the supermarket will cost me time and money. So guess what? I do not go to the supermarket. Anytime, right? Anytime that I need anything, I will Instacart it. Right? I will pay somebody to do all those things for me. And somebody might be like, what? Yo, that's an extra $20. That's an extra $30. Yo, if it took me an hour to do all that stuff, I could go on live and sell one book in an hour, or I can sell 5 books in an hour, right? And just make up that and make 5 times the amount of money I could have made just going. And so that's the ebook. So understand that. Instacart is ebooks, right? Instacart is ebooks. Instacart is the person saying, yo, I don't got time to read all, I don't got time to do all that. Just give me the answer. And that's why you should always charge more for your ebook than you do for your regular book. Because a regular book is the person who wants to get dressed. They want to go in their car. They want to drive. They want to stand online. And there's nothing wrong with that, though. I'm not even saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying there's a preference. I prefer not to stand online. And so I'm not going to, I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay for the result that I want. Right? And so number one, right? Number one is the first E, right? The first E is entry level. So everybody should have all of these 4 different products, right? If you have a product or service, if you have products or services, you should have 4 E's in your business. You should have an entry level product, which is number 1. Number 2, you should have an elastic product. That's E number 2. You should have an elastic product. Elastic is like a rubber band. Look, elastic. Look, like I didn't even plan this. I didn't even know there was going to be a rubber band there. I'm telling you, the universe, right? So number 2 is you need an elastic product. What is an elastic product? What they got to keep coming back, right? They got to keep coming back. Elastic means they keep coming back. And so like Planet Fitness gym membership is an elastic product. They pay a monthly fee and they keep coming back, right? And so you want to have an elastic product. You want to have a product where you create an experience. You create an experience, a community, a place where people could pay you and then they keep coming back, right? So that's what the abundance community is. Make sure y'all go to abundancecommunity.org, right? And so every Monday at 8 p.m., we'll have a Q&A, right? So anything y'all want to ask me, you can ask me face-to-face on Zoom. That, you get access to a lot of this trainings and a lot of my courses and stuff like that. And then you also get access to quarterly meetups, right? We'll have meetups as well. So number 2, you want to have an elastic product. Number 3, right? You want to have an experimental product, right? So meaning that they want to experience you, right? That they want to experience you even better, right? And so it's better than the entry level. It's more information than the entry level, right? There's more it's better than the more information than the entry level, and it's more information than the elastic level, but it's sort of like a one-time thing, right? So your course could be your experiment, your experience, your experiential, your experience level, where now you provide a course, right? You provide a course where you give them all of this information, right? You give them all this information for a set price, right? Experimental level, where you give them all this information for a set price. Ultimately, you want at some point to get everybody to this last level, which is the exclusive level. And the exclusive level is where you charge a lot of money, and a lot of money is relative, but you charge a lot of money for a result that you know you're going to get them, and you give them your time, right? And so everybody should have all four of those, what I'm saying. I'm not saying one or the other. I'm saying all four. I'm saying you need an entry-level product. You need a elastic level product. You need a experimental or experience, whatever. Look at all the English teachers in the comments. Facts. You need a experimental level product, and you need an exclusive level product. I do not give out my time. My time is valuable. It's the one thing that I'll never get back. Like, I'm giving you this time right now, I'm never going to get this time back. And so I charge $50,000, right? So if somebody wants to work with me, I charge $50,000 for them to work with me exclusively, right? Why? Because I know that if you listen to me, you're going to make money, right? I got a text the other day. I'm going to show you. I'm going to read this text. I got the text the other day. What's the text? The text says, almost at 250K in sales in 2 years, over 10K books in circulation, right? I don't want to show who it is, but I don't know if y'all can see that, right? So and this person didn't pay 50, right? And so if this person, paid $30,000 but made $250,000, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. And so and I have no qualms. If you look at my number, if you say, yo, damn, Ash, $50,000 to work with you, you're just not my person yet. I think you'll get there if you really desire the quick solution. You'll get there. You'll realize the value. If you don't, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, then it's cool. But guess what? And this is for everybody. This is why you offer the different levels, right? Because somebody may not be able to work with me one-on-one for 50K, right? And it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may not be able to. And it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no knock on that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no knock. Like, I don't knock nobody. If you ain't that person, you ain't that person. Because I only want to work with people that I'm energetically aligned with. And think about this. Somebody who pays me $50,000 is going to make sure they get the result. They're not going to play no games. They're going to they're going to listen to everything I say. They're not going to question me. You know who questions me? The people who pay $97. Yo, somebody will pay $97 for something and have a million questions. And I'm like, yo, fam, you paid me. How you paying me and asking me questions? Just listen to what I'm telling you, fam. I've already generated millions of dollars. You trying to get what I got. I've already generated. How you pay me $97 and you think you know more than me and you question it? Nah, right? And it's not saying, yo, like, it's not about better. It's experience. I have more experience. And so at $50,000, Adrian, what up? At $50,000, right? at $50,000, this I already know the type of person, right? I say this all the time. Jay-Z, Can I Live, right? Can I Live? Jay-Z says, there's a line in a song that Jay-Z says, meet me at the table, the one that starts a G up. That way no fraud willies, silly, gambling their re-up. And we could spend a good time sipping margaritas, but forget the margarita part. What Jay-Z was saying, right, is that when you go to Vegas, right, Viva Las Vegas, meet ya. When you go to Las Vegas, right, when you go to Las Vegas, yo, this is a lesson, y'all. I hope y'all don't think that these stories like like stay with me, y'all. Like say type I'm with you. If you with me, like I need y'all to stay focused. Stay focused on the story. This is a good one. And this is why I'm explaining the 4 levels and why everybody, right? Everybody need 4 levels in your business. If you want to get to that first M, all right, y'all awake. I want to make sure y'all still awake. If you want to get to that first M, you gotta have the 4 levels. You gotta have the 4 levels, right? And so look, what Hov said. Hov said, right? Viva Las Vegas, meet you at the table, the one that starts a G up, right? That way, no fraud willies, silly, gambling their re-up. Marv, what up? Marvin Mitchell is back on the scene, crispy and clean. They had my man in IG jail for years. It seemed like years, for a long time. My guy Marvin's in the building, right? And so that way, no fraud willies, silly, gambling their re-up. So what is he saying? So what happens is, right? What happens is, if let's say somebody goes to Las Vegas and you allow anybody to gamble on these tables, right? What you're gonna find is you're gonna have a mixture of income levels, right? Fraud willies, meaning the people who don't really got the money. They don't really have the money. And in their pocket, they got their re-up money. I ain't gonna explain what a re-up is. If you don't know what re-up money is, then that's a different class, right? But I don't want to be at the table with the person gambling their re-up, right? So you know what? I want to be at the table, the one that starts $1,000 or more, right? I want to start Nadira. What up? I want to start. I want to start at the table, the one that starts a G up, right? The one that starts with $1,000 or more, so that way I could qualify the room. I'm qualifying the room. I'm saying, yo, if you at this table and you gambling and you can start and the bets start at $1,000, then I already know what caliber person you are, right? And so guess what? Right? So guess what? That's what your exclusive product is. Your exclusive product is the product that is the G up, right? That $50,000, right? Look, Tony says, I look for the table with the OG big players so I can learn facts, right? Because you want to qualify. You want to qualify. I want to be in a room with the right people, right? What's the name? What's the name of the song? Can I Live? It's Can I Live? It's an old song though. It's off of Reasonable Doubt. So this is 96 J, right? So this is Can I Live, right? And so now your exclusive product should be qualifying, right? Your exclusive product should be qualifying the room. And so the people who pay that money, invest that money, know they're going to get a result, right? And so now the 3rd level product is the experimental product, because that product, you want them to get to the exclusive level. So you want to teach them some things, but they don't get you. They don't get access to you, right? Because your time is the most valuable, right? Because your time is the most valuable, they're not going to get access to you, right? They're not going to get access to you, but they're going to get all the information that you provide, right? And you're going to charge them a fee for it, for all of the information. And then the access to you gives them accountability and all that other stuff, right? Then you have, then you have the elastic, right? You have the elastic product where somebody is paying you on a monthly basis, right? And so that's your membership. And you could give them, for the membership, you could give them access as a group basis, right? And sometimes, and I'll give you a tip. Sometimes your experimental or your elastic people become your exclusive people, right? Sometimes your elastic people become your exclusive people because sometimes before somebody wants to spend a big bag with you, they want to see if you're worth it, right? So I'll give you another example. Like y'all, during the pandemic, and so this is another example of an elastic or experimental level that can lead to exclusive, right? So during the pandemic, there were a lot of people who were doing webinars, a lot of people who were marketing right, a lot of people who made a lot of money just regurgitating things that they heard on the internet. And so this thing came out called the 5-day challenge, right? 5-day challenge is a beautiful experimental product because, and it's better than a course. I like 5-day challenges better than a course. And a 5-day challenge is actually an example of an experimental product, right? And I like 5-day challenges better than a course. Guess why? Because when you do a 5-day challenge, both you and the client, right? You and the client are testing each other, right? Because if you spend 5 days with me, especially if you do like a VIP, I get to know who you are in 5 days based on your facial, based on the questions you ask, your interactions, right? So I get to know who you are in 5 days. You also get to know who I am in 5 days, right? Because I can't fake knowledge in 5 days, right? I could fake knowledge I could fake knowledge, right? I could fake knowledge in a webinar in 1 hour. I could fake knowledge in a, in an ad, in a 30-second ad. I could fake knowledge in a landing page. But if you spend 5 days with me, right? If you spend 5 days with me, I can't fake the knowledge that I have. And so now you experience me. You experience me for 5 days, right? You can experience me for 5 days. And then after those 5 days, I give you an opportunity to work with me on an exclusive level because I don't just take anybody on my exclusive level, even if you have the money. I've turned down money before because it's not about the money, it's about the impact. I want people who are energetically aligned with me, right? I want people who are energetically aligned with me. And so if you're energetically aligned with me and you could pay, then we good. If you could pay and you're not energetically aligned, I'm good. I'm cool. Right? I'm cool. Because at the end of the day, I protect my energy. And I'm not pressed for money. Right? And so I'm not gonna just take anybody's money. Right? I need to be energetically aligned. And so back to y'all. I'm giving y'all these examples, but back to y'all. That's how you're gonna make your first M, right? What do we say? Number one, know your value. Right? Number one, know your value. Know your value. How do you tell if they're aligned? It's energy. I can't explain it. Right? It's energy. I really can't. It's the gut feeling that we all have. Right? When you walk in and you feel somebody's energy, the energy don't never lie. You know what I'm saying? So number one, you got to know your value. Right? What value can you bring to people? Right? Know your value. Know, right? In order to make that first million, know your value. Number two, know know your offer, right? What are you offering? What are the price points, right? As you're creating your 4 levels, your 4 E's, right? As you're creating your 4 E's, know your levels, right? Know how much you're charging. And so I have my entry level. I have my entry level ranges from $10 to $47. My experimental level ranges from $97 to $2,000. My elastic level is $44, and my exclusive level ranges from $35 to $50,000. So I know my numbers, right? So know your value, know your offer, and then number 3, know the amount of people it takes to get to where you want to go. Right? Know how many people it's going to take. Link, what up? Appreciate the badge, love. Know how many people it's going to take to get to that level, right? And so I know, look, and you know how we play. It's only $1 million. So I know, right? I know that if my desire is to make $1 million and I charge $50,000, right, for my exclusive level, I only need 20 people. I know that already, right? If I said, you know what, in 2023, in God's will, my desire is to make, let's say, $10 million, let's say, right? So now I got to work the number backwards. So I say, yo, how many clients do I need at a $50,000 level to make, let's say, $2 million, right? And so I say, you know what? I only need 40 people, right? I only need 40 people to pay me $50,000 to make $2 million, right? So that's number 1. Now I say, with my courses, right? With my courses, because I might pay for ads, I might do some stuff or whatever. And so if I want to make, let's say, $2 million from that, then guess what? All I need is 1,000 people in a year, which is, I could do way more than that. So let's say 2,000. So that's 4 million, right? So if I could get 2,000 people to buy my course at $2,000, that's $4 million. So we're already at 6, right? Now I say, you know what? My elastic, we already did the numbers for my elastic, right? I already said for my elastic program, I want to make $2 million. I'm making $2 million. So now at $44 a month, I need 4,500 people, right? And then, so that's $8 million. And then lastly, my ebook, right? My ebook, so I need 2 more million. My ebook is $47. Well, that's a lot, but I need to sell 42,000 ebooks, right? That's a lot. I mean, it could happen, but that's a lot, right? But my point is this. My point is that, as you now know the amount of people, right? You now know the amount of people you need, right? You now know the amount of people you need to reach that number. Now it's about getting to the people, right? And so the last thing, number 4, I don't know, number 4, I think I'm at number 4, right? Number 4 is to buy or borrow traffic. Because I hear this all the time. How do I get to the people? You can't get to the people before you do all these other things first, though. Because if I bring you to the people and you don't have a solid offer, then you just wasted exposure. You just wasted exposure. If I bring you to the people, right? If I bring you to the people and you do not have a solid offer, you do not know how you're going to help people, right? or number 5. Thank you, Nadira. Then you just wasted exposure. And so you need to buy or borrow traffic. That's buying ads. I'm a fan of ads, but I think your ads, hey, Lo, what up? I think that your ads have to be focused on organic first. And so what we do with our ads is I put out a post that's organic first. And then once the ad is organic, right? Once the ad is organic and I know that people like it, then I put money on it. Right? Then I put money on it. Right? Podcasts, right? Podcasts are really a great way, right? I've made a lot of people some money on my podcast. Because guess what? I have the audience. And so if I have the audience and somebody's like, yo, let's do a joint venture together. Let me come on your show. Let me provide this product or service to your audience, and I'll give you a percentage of the sales that come from your show. Bet, let's do it. Right? And so that's borrowing traffic. I just gave y'all $1 million blueprint. I hope y'all was listening. I might take this video off. Look, I might take this video off and then transcribe. I'm gonna take this video off. I'm a transcribe it and I'm gonna sell it to y'all as an ebook. Oh, that's another gem. Y'all don't even look. That's another gem. That's another gem. Look, I'm about to give y'all a bonus gem. Lizzie, what up? Panther Inc., what up? Yeah, this definitely should be. Look, Tony, this definitely should be a webinar. That's too much. But look, I'm about to give y'all another gem. I should save this live. Watch this. I should save this live, upload it into Otter, O-T-T-E-R. I can upload this live into Otter. Otter is going to transcribe it for me. I'm a send a transcription to my editor, and I'm gonna have a whole ebook on. I'm gonna have a whole ebook on how you can make your first $1 million. Hey, yo, sheesh. All right, y'all. I think that's it. Well, hold on. Let me. I gotta leave y'all with some gems though. Or not gems, but we gotta do some. We gotta do what's my theme? Because I gotta do Mind Right Radio. Yo, listen. Yo, make sure y'all join the community though. I need 4,000 people. So make sure y'all join the community, abundancecommunity.org. We about to get busy. Look, Ramisha, like, what's the name of the app? What's the name of the app? Hold on. Let me just see. How we ending this? We're gonna end this with all right, yeah, we're gonna end this with Jim Carrey. We're gonna end this with Jim Carrey because with all this information I gave you, look, Iris says new day. Now I'm gonna do Jim Carrey, Love or Fear. Because out of all this information I gave you, those who execute are those who live in love, right? You already have everything. Sorry. You already have everything you need to generate all the money that you desire, right? To generate all the money that you desire, all you have to do is fall in love with the process. A lot of us are afraid of the process. A lot of us are afraid of being great. A lot of us are afraid of letting people down or putting ourselves out there. Yeah. And so right? Information on you, right? Information on me, execution on y'all. That's shout out to my brother Troy, right? And so it's all about love or fear. Jim Carrey, talk to us.
If you change your mind, then
Take
you
us
change
out.
your
Take us
life.
out.
Mind right.
Take us out, Jim Carrey.
Inspiration and motivation 25/8. That's all the time. More than humanly possible. Elevation on another level.
Fear is going to be a player in your life. You get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here. And the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. When I was about 28, after a decade as a professional comedian, I realized one night in LA that the purpose of my life had always been to free people from concern, just like my dad. What's yours? How will you serve the world? What do they need that your talent can provide? That's all you have to figure out. I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart. The only one I hadn't freed was myself. And that's when my search for identity deepened. I wondered who I'd be without my fame. Who would I be if I said things that people didn't want to hear? Or if I defied their expectations of me? What if I showed up to the party without my Mardi Gras mask and refused to flash my breasts for a handful of beans? You guys are so ahead of the game. You already know who you are. And that peace that we're after lies somewhere beyond personality, beyond the perception of others, beyond invention and disguise, even beyond effort itself. You can join the game, fight the wars, play with form all you want, but to find real peace, you have to let the armor go. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen.
Risk being seen. Hold on. A lot of y'all are afraid to be seen. Yo, I need you to risk being seen. Greatness on display, right? Your greatness is not meant to be tucked away. You got to risk being seen. God made you perfect. And so you have to risk being seen. Because you are greatness already. And you hiding, right? You hide. Look, wait, hold on. Run that back. Wait, damn, what was that? What was the? Wait, hold on. We gotta run that back the right way. I need y'all to. Damn, I forgot the name of it. Like, I had the run back song, but I forgot what it's called. We just gonna run it back, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We gonna run it back because I want to do the you requested it, so we rewind. I want to do that, but I can't find it. I couldn't find it. I wasn't ready, Tony. Hold on. I wasn't ready. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it still. Mind Right Radio. Let's see. Radio drops. Where are we? I can't find it. All right. We ain't gonna do it. I thought I had radio. Oh, there we go. Radio drops. Let's see if I can find it. Reggae drops. Hold on. I think I got it. Hold on.
Right now you're tucked in and tuned in. Mind Right Radio.
No, that's not it. Hold on.
Liquid means rewind.
There we go.
Gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind. Reggae and motivation combined. That's inspiration on another level. Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind.
You elevate your life. Let's go.
Change your mind, then you change your life. Mind Right Radio.
Let's go.
Inspiration and motivation.
Run that back.
25-8.
Run that
That's
back.
all the time.
Greatness on display. Run that back.
Elevation on another level.
Fear is going to be a player in your life. You get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here. And the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want.
Yo, you can fail at what you don't want.
Take a chance on doing what you love. When I was about 28, after a decade as a professional comedian, I realized one night in LA that the purpose of my life had always been to free people from concern, just like my dad. What's yours? How will you serve the world? What do they need
How you gonna save
that
the
your
world?
talent can provide?
Ooh.
That's all you
Look, what do they need that your talent can
have to
provide?
figure out.
That's what you need to
I
figure
can tell
out.
you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is.
That's wait, hold on. I'm sorry to keep stopping it. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency that you have, B.
Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart. The only one I hadn't freed was myself, and that's when my search for identity deepened. I wondered who I'd be without my fame. Who would I be if I said things that people didn't want to hear? Or if I defied their expectations of me? What if I showed up to the party without my Mardi Gras mask and refused to flash my breasts for a handful of beads? You guys are so ahead of the game. You already know who you are. And that peace that we're after lies somewhere beyond personality, beyond the perception of others, beyond invention and disguise, even beyond effort itself. You can join the game, fight the wars, play with form all you want, but to find real peace, you have to let the armor go. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen.
Liquid means rewind. Gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind. Reggae and motivation
Sorry, one more time.
combined. That's inspiration
Somebody
on
not
another
listening.
level.
Somebody not
Mind
listening.
Right Radio. Elevate your mind. You elevate your life.
Somebody
If you change your mind, then you change your
somebody
life.
not listening.
Mind Right Radio. Inspiration and motivation.
Somebody not
25-8.
listening.
That's
Risk being
all the
seen,
time.
y'all.
More than
Risk
humanly
being
possible.
seen.
Elevation.
Risk
on
being
another
seen.
level.
Somebody praying for you.
Fear
Somebody needs you.
is going to be a player in your life. You get to decide.
Somebody
how much.
needs you. Somebody pray for
You
you.
can spend your
Somebody
whole
needs you
life
right now.
imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here. And the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. When I was about 28, after a decade as a professional comedian, I realized one night in LA that the purpose of my life had always been to free people from concern,
Let's
just
go.
like my dad.
Mind Right Radio.
What's yours? How will you serve the world?
How you gonna serve the
What
world?
do they need that your talent can provide?
Yep.
That's all you have to figure out.
Well, you gotta figure out.
I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart. The only one I hadn't freed was myself, and that's when my search for identity deepened. I wondered who I'd be without my fame. Who would I be if I said things that people didn't want to hear? Or if I defied their expectations of me? What if I showed up to the party without my Mardi Gras mask and refused to flash my breasts for a handful of beads? You guys are so ahead of the game.
You're ahead of the
You already
game.
know who you are.
You know who you are.
And that piece that we're after lies
Lisa, what up,
beyond
Lisa?
personality, beyond the perception of others, beyond invention and disguise,
Check in.
even beyond effort itself. You can join the game, fight the wars, play with form all you want, but to find real peace, you have to let the armor go.
Gotta let the armor
Your
go.
need for acceptance can make you invisible in this
Ooh.
world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen
Being seen,
in
y'all.
all of your glory.
All of your
We're
glory.
not the avatars we create. We're not the pictures on the film stock. We are the
Keno,
light
what
that
up?
shines through. All else is just smoke and mirrors, distracting, but not truly compelling. I've often said that I wish people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion. Like many of you, I was concerned about going out into the world and doing something bigger than myself,
Oh, watch this.
until someone smarter than myself
Yep.
made me realize that there is nothing bigger than myself.
There's nothing bigger than
Soul is
myself.
not contained within the limits of my body. My body is contained within the limitlessness of my soul. Once that button is functioning in your life, there's no story that the mind can create that will be as compelling. The imagination is always manufacturing scenarios, both good and bad, and the ego tries to keep you trapped in the multiplex of the mind. And if you listen to it, there will always be someone who's doing better than you. No matter what you gain, ego will not let you rest. It will tell you that you cannot stop until you've left an
Let's
indelible
go,
mark on
Tony.
you,
Let's go.
until you've achieved immortality. How tricky
How tricky
is this ego
is this ego?
that it would tempt us
It's
with the
tempting
promise
us.
of something we already
We
possess?
already
As
have.
far as I can tell, it's just about letting the universe know what you want and working toward it while letting go of how it comes to pass. Your job is not to
Salute,
figure
salute,
out
salute,
how it's going
BB.
to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the door opens in real life, just walk through it.
Just walk through the
There's
door.
always doors opening. They keep opening. And when I say life doesn't happen to
Salute,
you,
salute, salute,
it
salute.
happens for you,
Salute,
I
my
really
G.
don't know if that's true. I'm just making a conscious choice to perceive challenges as something beneficial so that I can deal with them in the most productive way. You'll come up with your own style. That's part of the fun. Oh, and why not take a chance on faith as well?
Take a chance on
I don't
faith.
believe in hope.
Don't believe in
is a
hope.
beggar.
Hope is a
Hope
beggar.
walks through the fire and faith leaps over it.
Let's go.
You are ready and able to do beautiful things.
Hope
in this
is a
world.
beggar.
And after you walk
I
through
ain't
those
telling you to
doors
hope.
today, you will only ever have two choices: love
Or fear.
or fear.
Love or fear.
Choose love,
Choose love.
and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart. Fear is going to be a player challenges as something beneficial
One more
so that I
time.
can deal with them in the most productive way. You'll come up with your own style. That's part of the fun. Oh, and why not take a chance on faith?
Take a chance on faith.
I don't believe in hope. Hope is a beggar. Take a chance on faith as well. I don't believe in hope. Hope is a beggar. Hope walks through the fire.
Yup.
Faith leaps over it.
Yup.
You are ready and able to do beautiful things in this
Yup.
world.
You are ready and
And if you
able.
walk through those doors today, you will only ever have two choices: love
Love
or
or
fear.
fear.
Choose love.
Choose
And
love.
don't ever let fear
Don't ever let
turn you
fear.
against your playful heart.
Let's go.
Fear is going to be a player in your life. You get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here. And the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love.
Martin, what up? Stay nigga in the building.
Love.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Gotta go. Coolio mean it's getting too hot. If Faith had twins, she probably had two Pacs. Y'all appreciate y'all. A couple of things I need y'all to go. Yo, everybody, I need y'all to go check out last night's episode. Tony, I appreciate the badge love. Yo, I need everybody to go check out last night's episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash. Might have been one of the most important episodes I did. Fast shout to Dr. Bobby Price. Make sure y'all check it out. It was really important. It's about your health, about detoxing your way to wealth. Make sure y'all join the 30-day detox. I'm joining because I've been putting on some weight. So I'm joining the 30-day detox. 30daygroupdetox.com. It's powerful. So I need y'all to check that out. I need y'all to join the abundance community, abundancecommunity.org. We have daily aspirations. We have monthly books. We have a live Zoom with me once a week. What else? And we're gonna do quarterly meetups, right? And so make sure y'all join the abundancecommunity.org. I think we good. I think that's it. I think we good. I appreciate y'all. We go look. You know how I love y'all. So we're gonna end with one more thing, because my spiritual father, my spiritual mentor. Hold on, Storm. What up? Salute to my guy Storm. Look, my spiritual mentor. This is what he said. My spiritual mentor said you got to run towards
You are not tuned into Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind. You elevate your life.
This is the moment you've been waiting on. You've been waiting all of your life to get to the point that you are right now. You're in the right place at the right time for a miracle to break loose in your life. If it had happened 10 years ago, you couldn't have handled it. If it had happened 3 years ago, you wouldn't have been mature enough to handle it. You had to go through everything you went through in the dark to get you tough enough and strong enough and courageous enough and tenacious enough. And now you're ready. Slap somebody, say, I'm ready. This ain't no time to cry. You feel like I can't even have good grief. Everybody got to pick up the pace. That's why I can't deal with people who cannot pick up the pace. Don't be strolling when I got a 911 on you. I need people who can pick up the pace. Do not allow the cares of this world to destroy your passion for living. You have to run after it. Success is always intentional. I would rather aim for the stars and not hit them than to not aim at all. I would rather go after it and not get it than not go after it at all. I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. I don't want to live with the idea, wonder what would have happened had I done more with my life. I'm going to go for it. Come hell or high water, I'm going after my destiny. You got to run after your destiny. You can't stroll after your destiny. You can't walk after your destiny. You got to run. Somebody holler, run. Run after your destiny. Do not stroll, do not walk, do not meander, do not wander, but roll after your destiny. You gotta run. You gotta run. You gotta run. You can't just wake up in the morning and let me see what's gonna happen today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I don't know what I'm gonna cook. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I just woke up. Oh, you should stay in the bed. Give the day to somebody who's gonna run after their destiny. Give the day to somebody who has a plan, who has a strategy, because success is never an accident. And if you don't want it, get out of my way. Because there are some people who want to do something with their life, who will run. You gotta run after your destiny. You gotta run after it. You gotta run after your destiny. 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 You gotta run after it. You gotta run. Success is never an accident. And if you don't want it, get out of my way. Because there are some people who want to do something with their life, who will run.
I ain't talking about rich, I'm talking about wealth. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
You are now tuned in to the Ash Cash Show, your number one source for financial motivation. Get your mind and your money right.